course, and tapos na, of course. Our countdown is exactly 11:11, everyone. And I just want to honor, acknowledge, and thank you for being here live in our Prime Pinoy Live. Palakpakan naman natin lahat, no? Of course, if you're watching right now, the purpose of this Facebook Live, the purpose of this show, and the purpose of this episode is to make sure that you can become a what? A Prime Pinoy. And when I say Prime Pinoy, uh, okay, when I say Prime Pinoy, which means you are the best in class, you are mission driven, you are actually at the prime state of your life. And so this episode, this show is intended for every professional. We're going to be talking about a lot of things about your profession, a lot of things about your career, a lot of things about your well-being, because I truly believe that as a prime Pinoy, as a prime professional, it's not just enough, okay? Hindi lang po sapat, hindi lang po enough that you're just what? Thinking of your career, thinking of your business, thinking of your profession, but it's equally important as well, and it's equally valuable that you actually take a look at the holistic and the entire well-being of who you are. All right. And so for today, we're gonna be talking about a lot of things. Okay, I will be opening today actually for any questions. I am opening actually everything about if you've got comments, if you wanna be coached live. Okay, pero kung hindi nyo pa nasisimulan, I want you to actually join Prime Pinoy Community. Okay, join Prime Pinoy Community. It's a Facebook group na gusto kong puntahan mo. Gusto kong actually you visit it, you join it right now, because I'm building a community right now of Filipino professionals na ang gusto natin to become at the top of their at the top of their class. We want to help people to become best in class. Ayan, no? So palakpakan naman natin 'yan, syempre. Of course, for today we're gonna talk about wealth. All right? For today we're gonna talk about wealth, we're gonna talk about money. We're gonna talk about a lot of things tungkol sa wealth at tungkol sa pera. Kasi ngayon, importante ano, and maybe if there's one thing I'd like you to get here, whether you are a professional, whether you are employed, okay, or you're starting up your own business, you're starting up your own thing, you want to make sure that you've got your money handled. And when I say you've got your money handled, you've got it responsibly. Kasi if I may share with you, I've been receiving a lot of inquiries. Actually, sa mga hindi ko pa nasasagot, no, pasensya na. I've been receiving a lot of inquiries right now. And with these inquiries, parang napansin ko, people are so interested how they can actually grow their money. People are actually interested how they can actually invest their money. Pero ang lagi kong sinasabi, if it's the responsible thing to do, then go ahead, sure. Gawan natin ng paraan yan. Pero if, for example, it's not it's not a responsible thing to do, then maybe that's something you might want to take a look at. Because, of course, if we are to take a look at our money, no? Kung pag-uusapan natin ang pera, ito po ay isang bagay na kung saan it's either it controls you or you control it. Okay? It's either it controls you or you control it. And so pag-uusapan natin to ngayon, no, I'm gonna be doing a session around money for today. Because if you realize, if you get to understand, all our Wednesdays is actually all about money. All right? And so, again, if we're gonna talk about money here, we wanna make sure that our finances are actually crisis-proof. And when I say crisis-proof, ibig sabihin, hindi ito dependent sa oras, hindi ito dependent sa araw, pero ito ay dependent sa'yo. Maganda ba yon? Ibig sabihin, ito ay dependent sa'yo, and it means, okay? It means na kung saan for the next 10, 20, 30 years, because ito I will be honest with you, we call this the 7-year cycle or 7 to 10-year cycle around money. Okay? Ibig sabihin, especially with the markets, especially, di ba, when we talk about business talk, when we talk about money talk, ang lagi naman natin pinag-uusapan dyan is yung, yung ating mga, economies, okay? economy, stock markets, so on and so forth. And if there's one thing I'd like you to get about economies and stock market, all right, there is what we call a 7-year term. Okay, 7-year cycle. Ano ibig sabihin ng 7-year cycle na yon? Ang ibig sabihin lang nun is that every 7 years, okay, every 7 years nagbabago ang ihip ng mundo. Every 7 years meron siyang bumababa ang market. Okay? If I take a look at it, if you take a look at 1997, that was Asian financial crisis. There was also a dot-com bubble. Okay, so yung mga tao nakakaalam sila, no, naiintindihan nila, merong Asian financial crisis, merong dot-com bubble, 1997. All right? And then after 10 years, 2008 nagkaroon ng global financial crisis. 'Di ba? If you remember, kay 2008 nagkaroon ng global financial crisis. 2020 today nagkaroon ng coronavirus. Okay? So ibig sabihin, every 10 years there is something that's going on, merong nagaganap, merong nangyayari that's causing the market to go down. All right? And so what does it mean for us? Anong ibig sabihin nun? People who are actually unaware, people who are actually not, I'm not saying not educated, pero I'm saying not aware of these things, not aware of all of this, what do you call that, movement in the market. They become fearful right away. Natatakot sila, parang feeling nila, hala, mauubos na yung pera ko. Okay, and hindi siya pinapalakpakan siya kasi maganda na nandito ka ngayon, nanonood, or kung may kaibigan ka, share it, create a watch party. Listen to this simply because maybe this could be a learning for you not to be fearful. Maganda ba 'yon? Maybe I want you to not be fearful right now simply because isa lang naman yung vision natin eh. Our vision is to make this country first world. Maganda ba 'yon? Ibig sabihin kung ikaw to, gusto mo na you wanna make this country first world, no? And I just wanna share with screen with you ngayon kung ang tanong is medyo mahaba-haba pa ba yung trabaho, sasabihin ko medyo mahaba-haba pa nga, no? I want you to take a look at the screen right now. This is the national income class. What you will see here is that 96%, okay, 96.3, if I'm not mistaken, 96.3% are not even in the upper middle income class, which means medyo mahaba-haba pa yung trabaho natin. Okay, which means medyo kailangan pa natin i-spread yung education, kailangan pa natin i-spread yung awareness, because in the Philippines, no, in the Philippines alone, 3.7% pa lang yung considered na nasa upper middle income and high income bracket, no? And of course, we want to make sure that if the Philippines will be a first world country, kung gusto natin maging first world country yung Pilipinas, kailangan baguhin natin to. We need to increase it at least 10% for now. And then we increase it to 20%. And then we increase it to 30%. And then we increase it to 40%, we increase it to 50% until such time na tumaas na yung income classes, so that at least gaganda na yung sitwasyon natin as a Filipino. Are we clear? And so now the question here is, sana hindi nag-share, no? Ayan. Oops. Ayan, sige, let me just show this to you first. Ayan, pakita ko sa inyo, no? And so, when we talk about money, especially during this time, no? When we talk about money, we wanna understand, or we wanna get to understand as well, na ibig sabihin, if 96% is not actually working for us, and 96% is not actually working, ano yung mga nagiging common na problema ng tao? Okay? I wanna share this with you right now. Ano ba yung mga nagiging problema ng tao? And I will share now. Ayan, no? Ito yung nagiging common na problema ng tao, no? 100 people after working at age 65, no? If you take a look at this, no financial education, no financial game plan, no financial mentor, no financial coach. At ang nangyayari, if you get to see the screen, tatanggalin ko nga yung banner ko saglit. I'll remove my overlay for a bit. Para lang makita nyo, no? Kasi syempre kayo yung mas importante sa akin. At dahil kayo yung mas importante sa akin, tatanggalin ko na yung branding ko para lang sa inyo, di ba? Palakpakan naman yan. If you take a look at this, 1% are wealthy, 1% are wealthy, 4% are doing okay, 36% after age 60 are what? Working. Okay? Nagtatrabaho pa rin after 65, and if you're gonna ask me, syempre, hindi siya nakakatuwa. Now, of course, Robert Kiyosaki mentioned something around that. Gusto niyo ba mapanood si Robert Kiyosaki? Simply because, of course, very important yung sinasabi niya, no? And I want you to get it as well, because this is very, very important, okay? I'm just gonna open my presenter view once again. Okay, I will prepare my presenter view around this para mapanood nyo si Robert Kiyosaki kasi importante yung sinasabi niya. It has something to do with our belief. Okay, it has something to do with our the way we do our belief system, the way we think about money. And I want you to get this simply because this is very, very important. Okay, for lack of a better term, no? This is very, very important kaya gusto kong mapanood niyo siya. All right, so let's hear it from Robert Kiyosaki himself. Okay, share audio. Let's hear it from him. Ayan, play na. Is it playing? Is it not playing? Huy, mag-play ka. Bakit ka pasaway, di ba? Sabi ko lang na mag-play ka, wag kang pasaway, oh. Sinabing play. Ayan, is it playing already? Not yet. Okay, mamaya ka na kasi mag-more video. Puro more video agad. Advertise ng advertise, eh. Unahin mo muna magbigay. Magpa-play ka muna ng video, tapos i-advertise mo na lang pagkatapos, di ba? Ayan.
Yes. Don't tell people what you know. Keep them poor. My father was the head of education, PhD, all that stuff. I go home and ask him, said, why don't we learn about money in school? And he looked at me and says, because the government doesn't let us teach that subject. The government tells us what we can teach and what we can't teach. And I thought that was strange. And I said, but aren't we going to school to learn about money? He says, no, your job is to get a job. I said, but you get a job to earn money. He goes, no, you're supposed to just get a job. I went, no. Isn't the purpose of a job to earn money? He goes, you're correct. I said, so why don't I just learn about money? I can skip the job part, you know? And he got flustered and he said, if you want to learn about money, why don't you ask your best friend's father about money? And I said, why? So I asked him. He says, because Mike's father is an entrepreneur. And I said, what are you? He says, I'm an employee. I'm a government employee. I went, oh, what's the difference? He says, the difference is an entrepreneur must know about money, or they're no longer entrepreneurs. And he says an employee doesn't have to know anything about money because the government will take care of them, the company will take care of them. So I'm all confused. But I took my dad's advice and I trundled over to Mike's father's office and knocked on his door and I said, hey, I'm here, 9 years old. Teach me about money. He says, beat it, kid, you know. But that's where the story of Rich Dad, Poor Dad started. And finally, through persistence, my rich dad started teaching me about money on one condition. And that condition was he would never pay me. He says, the moment I pay you, you think like an employee. He says, that's the trap. Entrepreneurs work for free. And now I'm 9 years old, my head's going cracking in half. He says, you never want a paycheck. You understand that, kid? I said, okay, I got it. And he says, well, how do I make money? He says, that's what entrepreneurs figure out. It's like, so how do I learn about money? So he would just break out a Monopoly game board. So I would work for free. I'd pick up cigarette butts and get hotels and restaurants, and I would clean and do menial tasks. And as I got older, I started getting
Get this, everyone. Get into this Monopoly board game.
was an apprentice basically, but I always worked for free. And he would teach me about money. But the way he taught me about money was playing Monopoly. And that's finally one day I got upset. I said, well, when are you going to teach me about money? He says, what do you think we're doing? We're playing Monopoly. He goes, no. What do you think we're doing? We're playing Monopoly. He says, what do you think we're doing? So I don't know. I'm teaching you about money. And then that's when, you have one green house. He says, there's many formulas for great success in money. There's thousands of them. But one of the best ones is found on the game of Monopoly. It still is today. 4 green houses, 1 red hotel. I said, what? He says, one of the greatest ways to acquire great wealth is playing Monopoly in real life. 4 green houses, 1 red hotel. Is that all there is? He goes, that's it. And he says, what do you think I'm doing? And I went, I don't know. So then piece of land smack dab in the middle of Waikiki Beach. And when you go to Waikiki Beach today, you'll see the Hyatt Regency Hotel. That was his hotel.
Just like the game of Monopoly.
Just like the game of Monopoly.
Acquired assets and they became bigger assets.
He just kept what's called an assemblage because that property wasn't that big at the time. So he had to and it took him a while, but he finally assembled this large piece of property. And then he and Hyatt put up this giant hotel. It just sold for $800 million. So that's how I learned about money. I've had financial.
If your guys are learning, comment,
but they're all good.
Ask questions in the comment section.
People who are afraid of making mistakes, like they teach in school.
Because we're talking valuable advices around money.
There's good and there's
Go ahead,
bad.
watch this video,
Right
everyone.
And there's wrong. There's up and there's down. Most people only want to be right. They only want to be positive. Well, you can't have that. That's not reality. Well, I wasn't poor by most people's standards, but I came from a family with a poor attitude, if you know what I mean. Because rich, poor, middle class, poverty starts with a fundamental attitude. Poverty is passed on. It's taught in your families. And middle class is taught in families. And so the people right now who are sitting at home, who are struggling financially or worried about money or unhappy, they may be making a lot of money, but unhappy with what they're doing, it was probably taught to you. Your super ego was taught, get a job, work hard, or you'll never be rich, or the rich are evil, or whatever. The school system will never teach you about money. The school system was designed to teach you to be an employee, which is important, or a doctor or a lawyer, a specialist, but never about money. And what most people lack is real business knowledge, like accounting, like debt, like taxes. You got to know that stuff, but they don't teach it in school to anybody. So, and then when people ask me, how did your rich dad learn this when your poor dad, a PhD, didn't? And the answer is very simply, my rich dad was my best friend's father. His father died when he was 13. So his rich dad had this family business at 13 to run. So he had to drop out of school, which was his blessing. There's blessings, and sometimes a blessing doesn't look like a blessing, but it turned out to be a blessing. And then his teachers became his bookkeeper, his accountant, his attorney, his banker, his real estate agents. So he has what I call real teachers, not these fake teachers in school. You see, most teachers in school, they're out of ethics. They teach subjects. They themselves don't practice. I asked the teacher. I said, under my third year of calculus, it was called strength of materials. I said, am I ever going to use this stuff? He goes, no. I said, why do you teach it? He says, because I get paid. I said, do you ever use it? He goes, no. And that's why, you have to, in life, one of the things I suggest to people, you got to find a real teacher versus a fake teacher. And a fake teacher is somebody who doesn't do what they teach. And a real teacher is doing what they teach every day. So my accountants, my attorneys, they're in it every single day. That's how I learn, because every day I'm solving problems in my business. So I have accountants and attorneys and bankers and all these people on speed dial because I'm solving problems with my team.
I see you giving this knowledge out, and do the rich people cringe and say?
And so right now,
yes, don't tell people.
okay, of course, I hope you guys learned a lot from Robert Kiyosaki himself. No, of course, a lot of people are actually looking up to this man. Palakpakan naman natin siya before we start. We're a lot of people are looking up to this man because of his contributions around money, tungkol sa pera, and dahil yan ang pinag-uusapan natin ngayon, I'm gonna give you guys 3 tips to increase your finances based on what Robert Kiyosaki said. These tips are not even strategies, okay? I just wanna let you know about it. If you come in here looking for strategy, napakadami naman yan. Google mo na lang, YouTube mo na lang, napakadami ng tips and strategies dyan, no? Medyo magsipag-sipag lang po tayo. Di ba? Kasi sa totoo lang, marami namang available in the internet kung talagang maghahanap ka lang. But right now, the reason why you're here, of course, gusto mong matuto, okay? But before that, I just want to let you guys know, of course, first things first, first and foremost, if you've got questions, you've got comments, you've got reactions to that, comment them down below so that I can put them on live, or you can be coached live. Ibig sabihin, kung gusto mo magpa-coach live, you can be coached live via the internet, or you can be coached live via the cell phone. Either way, whatever your choice is, papanindigan natin yan. Maganda yan, no? However, okay, this is actually 3 tips to increase your finances. When I say 3 tips, I mean principle. All right? When I say principle, ito yung mga bagay, ito yung mga, ano nangyayari? Okay. Ito yung mga bagay, ito yung mga, perfect. Akala ko nangyayari sa mic ko, no? Ito yung mga bagay na kung saan people get or people need to understand. Meron ba? If my audio is not clear, can you just please let me know? Kasi meron akong naririnig na whatever, no? All right. Perfect. I think this is better. So now, going back, these are actually principles that that will guarantee, okay, that will sure way your success, that will sure way your money, that will sure way your finances. Okay? Ano-ano tong mga bagay na to? Ituturo ko to sa inyo ngayon simply because importante ito. Which is number 1, I want you to take a look at this one, no? You need first and foremost, as I share my screen here, you need to get to understand actually money. The very first thing that you need to do is understand money. What is your mindset about money? And I need you to understand it simply because your mindset is everything. All right? And when I say mindset, it's not just about positive thinking. It's not just about, pwede naman pala kami ganito. It's not just about positive thinking. It's not just about, you know what, think positive ka lang, okay lang yan, think abundance, yada, yada, yada. Pwede naman, but there's what we call a deeper level of mindset, which is not just positive thinking, but positive belief. Okay? Positive belief, which means number 1 here, the very first thing, if you wanna be rich, if you wanna be successful, and kailangan ko tong sabihin sa inyo para i-share nyo sa friends nyo, i-share nyo sa family nyo, i-share nyo kung sino man who can actually benefit from this 100%. All right? The very first thing I want you and I need you to realize here is that ang pinaka-importante is you need to get understanding around your money. Okay? And the very first thing around understanding money here is your mindset. Which means the very first thing, saan ba nagsisimula ang mindset? Okay, yun ang una natin titignan ngayon dyan eh. Saan ba nagsisimula ang mindset? Ano ba ang source nito? Kasi hindi lang to pag-iisip. Kung hindi ito ay pananaw. Ulitin ko, hindi iisip, pero ito ay pananaw. Okay? And mindset actually starts from what? What you hear, what you see, what you observe. Okay? What you experience. Di ba, sabi nga sa science, kung naalala niyo pa, wow, grabe, kala mo expert, no? But no, kidding aside, di ba? Di ba sabi nga sa science, di ba sabi, you actually get an understanding of the world, all right? If you the moment your senses try to observe it. Palakpakan niyo naman ako, di ba? Akala mo talaga science teacher, no? Di ba? Sabi nga, di ba, you get to actually get an understanding of the world the moment you can observe it, which means nakikita, naririnig, na experience. Now, your mindset is actually what? An understanding of the world. All right? And when you talk about abundance, when you talk about money, at ang understanding mo, ang pagkakaintindi mo, at ang pananaw mo tungkol sa pera, negatibo, then automatically, wag kang magtaka na yan ay darating sa'yo. There's a lot of, you know, di ba sabi nga nila, a rich person, kay yung mayayamang tao, pag tinanggalan mo ng pera, within the next 1 year, 2 years, they will actually accumulate all their money back. Ulitin ko, they will accumulate all of their money back. And then you see a poor person, okay? A poor person, even if itong taong to manalo ng loto, within the next 3 to 5 years, mauubos lahat ng pera niya, mangungutang pa ulit because this has been a poor person. Ngayon, is it about the money? Never. Is it about the cash? Never. It's about the understanding around money. Does that make sense to you all? Kapag tama ang pananaw, kapag tama ang mindset, kapag tama ang pagkakaintindi tungkol dun sa pera, then automatically ang pera darating. It's never about getting money first, mindset after. It's always about mindset first, money after. Is this making sense? That's why it's very, very important, simply because why are we saying it? Bakit natin yan sinasabi? Kasi number one, okay, the very first thing that I'd like you to take a look at here is that do the people, yung mga tao ba na pinagkuhanan mo at ginamit mong source about money, tama? Yan ang unang tanong, di ba? Yung pinagkuhanan mo ba ng pagkaintindi mo tungkol sa pera, tama? Or baka mamaya mali? Anong ibig sabihin nun, no? Number one, first tip, first principle around money is get your mentors right. Or get your money mentors or money sources, money understanding sources right. And I want you to get that really right now. Kasi if the very first tip hindi natin masunod, wag na tayong sumunod sa susunod. Now, paano natin sabihin, uy, okay naman, may mga mentor naman ako. Do they have the money that you want? Or baka mamaya sila rin naghihingalo. Tapos, di ba, kasi maraming ganyan eh. Hindi lang tungkol sa pera, no? Pati relationship, di ba? Pati yung mga, anong tawag ito? Relationship, pera, life advice, career, negosyo, advice, kala mo ang gandang advice pero naghihingalo. So, I want you to get your money mentors right. Ibig sabihin, for example, ako na lang, di ba? Bagong gupit, no? Pero ako na lang, for example, I can never teach you about what? Gaining weight. Kasi kahit anong turo ko, sabihin ko, alam mo, kain ka ng ganito, tapos mag-intermittent fasting ka, tapos, alam mo, grabe. I can teach you how to be thin. I can teach you guys how to be slim. Pero I can never teach you about gaining weight. Kasi ako nga mismo, hanggang ngayon, problema ko yan, di ba? Tinry-try ko na yung mga sinasabi ng mga fitness coach before, parang hindi naman gumagana. Or baka mamaya ako din yung problema, di ba? Mamaya ako rin talaga may problema dito, no? But that's something I can tell you about. I can teach you about, I can teach you about business. I can teach you about career. I can teach you about earning money because that's something I feel kaya kong panindigan. Wow, palakpakan nyo naman yan. Grabe, yabang, no? But honestly, aside from that, I can never teach you about being what? I can never teach you about, being tight, being fit, being whatever, because that myself is a problem for me. So get your money mentors, right? So I'm not saying I'm perfect kasi nga may mga bagay na hindi ko rin kaya ituro. So I've got mentors as well. I've got mentors around money, I've got mentors around career, I've got mentors about business, I've got mentors around relationships, I've got mentors around health. Okay, na talagang hindi sumusuko sa akin. Palakpakan naman natin sila. And it is equally important and it is actually equally valuable simply because kung yung mentor mo walang resulta na gusto mo, eh baka mamaya colleague mo lang yan. Baka mamaya hindi mo yan dapat mentor tungkol sa pera, di ba? Baka mamaya you guys should be both studying, you guys should be both learning rather than rather than listen to someone who don't have the result that you want. Does that make sense? I hope you guys learn. Comment nyo naman. Can you just comment, guys, ano yung mga hindi check ko muna, no? Nasaan yon? Check ko muna ano yung mga biggest takeaway nyo, ano yung mga biggest learn nyo dito. Palakpakan nyo naman ang isa't isa, di ba? I hope you guys learning a lot of things for today. Simply because, again, no, uulitin ko, the very first thing is get your money understanding, get your money mentors right. Okay? And bakit siya importante? Simply because kung ikaw nanonood ka ngayon, no, we've got some people watching right now. We want to make sure na these people don't have just the values, but these people have the result first and foremost. 'Di ba? Kasi ayaw natin mangyari 10x 10x tapos yung buhay mo hindi naman 10x, 'di ba? Honest lang, 'di ba? Na parang ako, sabihin ko, turuan ko kayo how to actually double, triple, 10x your life, pero yung buhay mo hindi naman double, triple, 10x. Parang hindi siya kapani-paniwala. Okay? There's no better result, there's no better understanding and measure than result. Sorry, palakpak pala yan. Bakit niya tinatawanan? Tama may sinasabi, tawa kayo ng tawa dyan. Mga hindi nakikinig, di ba? Ito tawa ng tawa walang ginawa, hindi tumawa. So anyway, going back, first principle around money, okay, is getting your month. Ito, sabi ni Margaret de Guzman, di ba? Ito, nakikinig si Margaret de Guzman. Sabi niya, mentor versus colleague. Ayan. Di ba? Kasi mamaya, kung wala namang resulta yan, tas advice ng advice, baka mamaya chismisan lang pala pinaggagawa niyan, di ba? Iba po yung pagbibigay ng advice sa pakikipagchismisan lang. You want to make sure, no? Or you want to make sure that you classify people well around, especially around money. Okay? Kasi if, again, two things around getting your money mentors right, they have the result, they have the values. Okay? Kasi kapag puro values lang, walang resulta, charity po yata yun, no? Hindi ko po alam kung anong tawag doon. No, not even charity, kasi yung mga charity, sa totoo lang, ito honest tayo, di ba? Ito honest tayo, yung mga charity, ang gagaling ng mga yan. Totoo to, di ba? Ang gagaling ng mga yan. The moment they ask for donation, people just flock in so they know how to generate money. Okay? Napakagaling ng mga yan. So they're not even charity. Kung puro values, walang resulta, hindi ko po alam tawag dyan. Okay? Pero kung puro naman resulta, walang values, scam po tawag dyan, di ba? Puro resulta, puro kita, power, di ba? Tapos wala namang values, hindi naman yata nakaka-inspire, di naman yata nakaka-motivate. Itong dalawang to, kain ng kain habang nagsasalita ko. Itong dalawang babaeng to, no? Sana naiintindihan nila yung sinasabi ko, no? Scam po yung tawag dyan. That's why you wanna make sure, number one, they have both the result and the money. Okay? Don't listen to people who don't have the result. Please. Kunyari, okay, especially ito tip ko sa may mga haters, no? Kasi sino dito katulad ko, if you will be truly honest with me, okay, you are just like me, okay, may mga bashers, may mga haters, di ba? Uy, wag mong tawanan yung mga bashers natin, tinatawanan mo yung mga bashers natin sa mga haters natin, palakpakan natin sila, cheer natin sila, no? Kasi syempre, baka mamaya puno ng galit yung buhay nila, kaya talagang hate sila ng hate, no? Kaya dapat cheer natin sila so that ma-uplift naman yung buhay nila, no? So, again, sino dito katulad ko, may mga haters, may mga bashers, okay. Sino dito gusto mo? Ikaw, click mo, ako yon kung gusto mo sumaya yung buhay mo everyday. Wow, no? Mas gusto mo, mas masaya yung buhay mo, even if you have haters, even if you have bashers, even if maraming nag-o-opinion sa yung hindi maganda. Okay? You wanna do that? Okay? Gusto mo gawin 'yon? Meron akong isang tip sa iyo, meron akong isang tawag dito, meron akong isang tip sa iyo, meron akong isang advice sa iyo, no? Ano yung tip ko sa iyo at ano yung advice ko sa iyo kung gusto mo mapasaya at gusto mo mag-enjoy yung buhay mo kahit na meron kang haters at meron kang bashers na walang ginawa kung hindi i-bash ka. O wag niyong tawanan yung bashers, wag niyong tawanan, i-cheer niyo sila, no? So ano ngayon ang pwede niyong gawin? Number 1, kung wala silang resulta sa buhay, ito sabi ni JM Ang, no, before ako magsimula, sabi ni JM Ang, gusto ko yan, masaya forever. Ang sabi niya, bye thanks basher, yan. Cheer mo sila, cheer mo sila kasi kaya ka nila binabash kasi ikaw happy ka, sila kailangan nila ng ibabash kasi hindi sila happy. 'Di ba? Cheer natin sila para naman gumanda ang pakiramdam nila sa buhay, 'di ba? So, gusto mo sumaya ang buhay mo, isa lang, okay? Kapag yung basher mo at yung hater mo walang resulta na gusto mo, wag mo silang pansinin. Ulitin ko, no? Kapag meron kang basher, meron kang hater, tapos wala naman sila nung resultang gusto mo, wag mo silang pansinin. Bakit? Ba't mo sila papansinin? Wala naman silang resultang gusto mo, di ba? Common understanding lang, no? Number 2, kung meron silang resulta nung gusto mo, feeling ko, hindi ka naman nila hinihate. Kasi if there's one thing na napapansin ko sa mga mentor, ito totoo to. If there's one thing na napapansin ko sa mga mentor, na yung tamang mentor, yung mga merong resulta na gusto mo, yung mga merong buhay at lifestyle na gusto mo, ang napapansin ko sa kanila, they will not bash you, they will not hate you. In fact, what they will do is just give you feedback. Anong ibig sabihin nun? They will give you feedback. Ibig sabihin, they will do it constructively. They will give it na hindi ka mapapahiya. They will not try to embarrass you. In fact, that they will do is, you know what, I will tell you, ito yung gagawin mo para at least mapaganda. You know, they're gonna give you tip, they're gonna give you advice for your benefit. Alright? For your benefit, not for the benefit of themselves, not for the benefit of anything or anyone else, simply because they are actually the right mentors. Is that making sense? And so, ibig sabihin, kung hater mo yan, basher mo yan, usually naman, hindi naman yan yung resulta at lifestyle na gusto mo, di ba? So, wag mo na lang pansinin, di ba? Ngayon, kung ikaw yung basher, ikaw yung hater, baka ikaw tong pinapatamaan, di ba? Utang na loob, magbago na po. Opo. Time to make your life work para wala, here's my tip, here's my advice, no. Second tip, okay? Second tip around to increase your finances, no. Second tip to increase your finances is be so busy growing yourself. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Be so busy growing yourself na wala ka ng oras mang-bash at mang-hate ng ibang tao. 'Di ba? Kasi ang dami mong time, besh. Ang dami mong time, 'di ba? Parang busy na tao, may pwedeng gawin, maraming pwedeng productive, ang ino mo pa talaga yung opinion mo. So, be so busy growing yourself na wala ka ng oras to do any other things. When I say growing yourself, develop yourself. Kapag sinabi natin growing yourself, be in self-development, be in personal mastery, be in leadership mastery. All of these things, especially ngayon, lockdown, feeling ko naman, syempre ito yung mga self-care, self-love enthusiasts natin and advocate, no? I advocate self-love as well, 150%. I advocate self-care as well, 150%. Pero guys naman, 'di ba? June na po. 3 buwan na lang, kakanta na ulit si Jose Marichan. Pwede, 'di ba, tapos na tayo dun sa it's okay, take your time, get rested, be well. You know what? It's okay not to be productive. It's okay not to learn a new thing. It's okay not to do something else. It's okay. 3 buwan na po, guys. Medyo time na po, oras na po para gumalaw kasi feeling ko nakapag-adjust na rin yung katawan mo. Ayan, no. Feeling ko nakapag-adjust. No, honestly, 'di ba? Sino dito makaka-relate sa akin? Sabihin mo ako 'yon, no? Nakaka-relate ka sa akin na before nung March parang ang tagal, 'di ba? Ang tagal nung March parang araw-araw, parang ang bagal nung oras, 'di ba? Pero ngayon ang bilis na. Hala, June na agad. 6 months na agad. Matatapos na agad yung 2020, kakanta na ulit si Jose Marichan. 'Di ba? So, ibig sabihin nakapag-adjust na po yung katawan natin. So, ibig sabihin yung mindset natin at heart set natin mag-adjust na rin. 'Di ba? Adjust na rin tayo kasi syempre, ba't mo ba pinagtatawanan? Ang ganda-ganda nung sinasabi ko, tinatawanan mo ko, no? Cheer, cheer dapat, cheer. Ayan, ang gulo nitong ano ko, itong mga nakikinig sa akin, ang gulo, tumatawa. Ganda-ganda ng sinasabi ko, cheer nyo, cheer nyo. Okay? Ayan. So, dapat ganyan, no? Adjust na rin tayo ng mindset, adjust na rin tayo ng heart set, and be so busy growing yourself simply because so that you don't have time to do other things that are actually non-productive. Okay? Kung ikaw parang inuubos mo yung oras mo kaka-opinion sa ibang tao, parang hindi naman yata productive yan. Alright? So again, no, if you're watching right now, maraming salamat. Now, how do you now grow yourself? Especially about money, okay? Especially tungkol sa pera, ano-ano nga ba yung mga bagay na escape? Paano natin i-escape to? Ito, presenter view pala, mali. Yan. Baliktad, hindi yan. Ayun, no? Hindi yan yung i-share mo, yung presenter view yung i-share mo, no? Ano ngayon yung mga bagay na pwede mong intindihin, especially tungkol sa pera, ha? Especially tungkol sa pera, ano-ano ngayon yung mga bagay na pwede mong intindihin, pwede mong atupagin, pwede mong you wanna take a look at, simply because of course pagdating sa pera, hindi lang kailangan meron kang maraming mentor, pero kailangan natututo ka rin. Okay? Kailangan nag-grow ka rin personally. So, ano-ano ba yung mga bagay na yon? I'm gonna share it to you guys in a bit. No need to enter full screen mode. And I will actually share it with you guys right now. No? Hindi yan. Mali, hindi yan. Stop. Yung kabila. Nanggugulo kayo ginugulo nyo ako Yung isa yung iano mo, yung isa yung ano mo. Ito ba yon o ito? Try nga natin ito. Oops, hindi yan. Joke lang. Yung kabila. Ito, di ba? Parang sabihin no, nakakaya, hindi prepared. Pasensya na po, tao lang din. Saka naka-live po tayo. Ayan. So, kaya ito na, totoo na to. No? Ano-ano yung mga bagay na kailangan nyo intindihin? Mas importante to sa akin. Tatanggalin ko ulit yung brand ko kasi mas importante kayo. Ganun kayo ka-importante, guys. Ito lang. Ano-ano yung mga kailangan nyo intindihin pagdating sa pera? Okay? Ano-ano yung mga bagay na kailangan nyo intindihin pagdating sa pera? Unang-una, tapos na tayo sa mindset. Unang-una, pagkita, earning. Okay, there's a lot of things about earning money that's actually what working already next week. Kasi wealth tayo, 'di ba? Wealth Wednesdays tayo ngayon, no? Wealth Wednesday. So, next week pag-usapan natin 'yan, earning money. Okay? Ano-ano yung mga paraan? Napakadami na po. Freelancers is one. Virtual assistants is one. Sikat na sikat. There's a lot of side hustles, or if you need support around that, comment lang kayo. Sabihin nyo, ako gusto ko ng side hustle. Comment side hustle, no? Can I just comment here? Lagay nyo lang comment side hustle below. Ipi-PM kayo ng office ko, ipi-PM kayo ng admin ko para mabigyan kayo ng side hustle or mabigyan kayo ng, part-time job na pwedeng makatulong sa inyo. Palakpakan naman natin yan. Just comment side hustle below. Kasi ibibigyan ko kayo ng opportunity. No? Of course, syempre, choice nyo pa rin yan. Kayo naman bahala kung gusto nyo to. Walang pilitan. At least, hindi nyo ako pwede sisihin na si Coach Migs, hindi po ako tinulungan, hindi po ako sinuportahan. Kasi, ang sinabi ko lang dito, i-comment nyo yung side hustle, tapos i-comment nyo rin yung cellphone number nyo kasi bibigyan ko kayo ng side hustle. I'll give you guys an opportunity for that. No? So, that's number one. Okay? Earning money. It's very and equally important to take a look at earning money during this time. Okay? Baba ko lang tong mic ko for a bit. Number 2 here na gusto nating pag-usapan is managing money. Kasi ang laki-laki nga ng kinikita mo, hindi mo naman minamanage, di ka naman nakakapagtabi, hindi ka naman nakakapag-ipon, bali wala rin yan. Diba yung iba, gusto ko maging milyonaryo, kumita ng 1,000,000, okay, ang ginastos 999,999. Guess what? Ang pera mo, piso. So, ibig sabihin, hindi lang enough na kumita ng malaki. Especially may mga tao ko naririnig, you know what? Don't think about managing money, just increase your income. Wow. Wow, ha? Don't think about managing your money, just increase your income. Kung 999 expenses mo, tapos 1 million yung kinikita mo, just increase your income. 2 million yung income mo para yung expenses mo, meron kang buffer na na 1,000,001 peso. Guess what? Here's the thing. Kapag 2 million nakita mo, 1.9 million na rin gastos mo. 'Di ba? Pupusta ko 'yan kasi ganyan ka nga sa 1,000,000, sa 2 million pa kaya. 'Di ba sabi nga biblically, wow, biblical. 'Di ba? Sabi nga biblically how you view small things is how you view big things. Oh, 'di ba? How you view small things is how you view big things. Therefore, anong ibig sabihin niyan? Kung sa small things pa lang, hindi ka na marunong mag-manage, sa big things, wag ka na umasa magma-manage. So, anong point ko dito? Ang point ko dito, hindi yung sumuko ka. Ang point ko dito, manage the small things so you can be given bigger things. Biblically, ang tawag natin dyan, law, anong tawag doon? Ang tawag natin dyan biblically is stewardship. Wow. Yung mga kaibigan kong yung mga kaibigan kong nagsisimba, maging proud naman kayo sa akin. Alam ko yung tawag dyan, stewardship. Yan po yung tawag dyan. Of course, it's not enough to manage your money, but it's also important to grow your money. Why? Because you earn and manage for the short term. Again, you earn and spend rather. You earn and spend and manage for the short term and mid term, but it's your growth of money, it's your growing money that's actually what will take care of your long term. There's a lot of things. What I'm most familiar with is stock market. So if you want to learn about that, comment down stock market. My office will teach you and my office will contact you about stock market. Okay? Again, I'm giving you opportunity here. Do not miss out on this opportunity. And last but not the least, protecting money. Importante rin na pinoprotektahan mo yung pera. All right? That being said, be so busy growing yourself. And number 3 here is the third tip to actually increase your finances is number 1, get a mentor. Number 2 and number 3 is have a financial plan. Have a financial plan because with the right direction, with the right plan, with the right guidance, you will have your money in check, money in place. Now, the truth about financial plan is this, no? The truth about financial plan, hindi po or it's not enough na meron kang financial plan this year, next year wala. Kasi it's always variable. Nagbabago ang buhay, tapos yung pera mo hindi magbabago. Siyempre, kailangan magbabago rin. Dapat every year, chinecheck mo yung plano mo. Every year, chinecheck mo yung financial plan mo. Because every year, nagbabago ang buhay. Every year, nagbabago ang nangyayari sa mundo. And every year, dapat ang financial plan mo in check. It has to be updated. Kasi updated ng iPhone XR mo. Di ba last year, iPhone X ka pa lang? Tapos 2 years ago, iPhone 8. Di ba sabi ng iba, hindi, may iPhone 9 ako. Hala, may iPhone 9? No, pero honestly, meron palang bago ngayon, no? May nagsabi sa akin iPhone 11 na daw. 'Di ba? Ako pa yung hindi updated. Ano ba 'yan? Hindi ka updated. Siya na lang. No, pero again, updated as you with your phones, update your money as well by having an updated financial plan year after year after year. Now, how can I help you here? Paano kita matutulungan dito? Okay? Again, number 1, have a right mentor. Number 2, understand money, the aspects of money. Shinare ko na yan kanina. Number 3, have a clear financial plan year after year. Paano kita matulungan dito? Contact me, contact my office. Again, you know my number, 0917-172-8787. Or message me on Facebook at Life Coach Migs. At Life Coach Migs, napakadaling tandaan. Message mo lang stock market or side hustle or financial planning, comment nyo lang yon and I will give you support. I will give you opportunity so that you can be supported around money. Maganda ba yon? And so, dahil syempre, gusto natin masuportahan ang bilis ng oras, guys. Napakabilis ng oras. So, make sure, stay tuned tomorrow. Tuloy-tuloy tayo. Pag-usapan natin tomorrow ang career at negosyo. Of course, this has been Migs Flores from Prime Pinoy Professionals, Prime Pinoy Community. Our vision is to make people best in class. Kung nabitin kayo, stay tuned tomorrow, 11 a.m. Alright? That being said, maraming salamat. Bitin ako, bitin din kayo. Sama-sama tayo bukas. Alright, it's 12:02. I'm overtime. Bye, everyone. Maraming salamat for being here. And always remember, make your dreams happen and inspire possibilities. Money, stay on my back, stay back for those pounds. But I do that to pass the torch and put on for my town. Trust me, on my INDEPE